Good morning, everyone. Anthea here. Happy Sunday. Happy Saturday night. Happy Saturday afternoon, wherever in the world you are. I want to talk about perspectives, the big P word. So if you're just jumping on, just drop me a little comment so I know he's here. Excuse me, I am going to drink my extra hot coffee because I don't want it to go cold. Hi, Tracy. So I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of motivational speakers. I've been listening to mindset coach. I've been doing a lot of work on my own mindset lately, right? Especially with all this craziness that's going on in the world lately. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. And so I want to talk about perspectives because I was listening to this preacher, and I'm not into preachers, but I will listen to everything people say because I might learn something, right? So it doesn't matter who they are. There's no judgment. I'll listen to everyone talk. And so I was listening to this preacher, and he was talking about how we feel so unworthy and how we feel like, and he was talking about rejection, right? And how when we get rejected, we start thinking that there's something wrong with us. Like we're so conditioned to believe that there's something wrong with us. Hey, Catherine, right? And he was saying, when you are rejected, and look, I'm not into people bashing or attacking other people or judging other people or anything like that. But he was talking about when people reject you, it's because they can't afford you. Right. And so he was saying that when people reject what they can't afford, right? It's just like when they go shopping and they're like, I want to buy this watch. That's a beautiful watch. That's my favorite watch. And the people are like, yeah, that's $600. And they're like, oh, I can't buy that. I can't afford it. Hey, Kim, right? I can't afford that watch. So I'm not going to buy it, right? And so that's the point. The point is that when you are rejected by someone, it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's not because you're not worthy of their love or their time or their affection, right? Hi, Paula. It's because, let's just break that I can't afford you. Let's break that down into human terms, right? That thing of not being able to afford the watch. Hey, Jamie. So what it is that person may feel like you're too good for them. Did you ever think about that? That person that rejected you, did you ever think that maybe they felt like they weren't worthy and you were too good for them? And they didn't know that they made themselves feel so unworthy that they didn't know how to show up anymore. And so it was just easier to run away from you. And not that I'm excusing anyone's behavior, because I don't believe in ghosting people and running away. I believe that oh, hang on, what's going on here? Okay, that's better. I believe that if you are going to end a relationship or leave a connection, you need to actually communicate that and say, you know what, this has been great, right? This has been so good. I've had such an amazing time, but I can't do this anymore. I need a timeout, or I've met someone else and I like them more and I'm so sorry, but this is the way I feel, right? You got to communicate that. Like, we've got to normalize communication. As crazy as that sounds, we've got to normalize communicating how we feel so that we don't ghost people. Because when we ghost people, and I was listening to Simon Sinek talk about this, and it was so true. When we are ghosted, when you ghost someone without explaining to them why, especially if they have abandonment wounds, you are sending them into a world of pain. You are crushing their self-esteem. You are blowing their healthy ego, any healthy ego that they had. You're literally destroying that, right? And in today's world, in the dating world, there's so much ghosting going on. Like, it is insanity. It's like, when did we stop communicating with each other? And actually, you know what the reality is no one ever taught us how to communicate. Hey, Nadine, beautiful lady. No one ever taught us how to communicate, so we really don't know how to do it. So we're like, I'm just thinking from the person who's ghosting perspective, it's just easier to just disappear. Not have to use the courage to confront the person and say, hey, this isn't really working out for me. I'm really sorry. Can we just be friends, or something like that, right? People play games and they manipulate and all this kind of stuff. Hey, Sylvia. So anyway, but even that, right? Sylvia, look, even that, right? People ghost. Again, it's because you are so worthy, right? They don't think they have the confidence or the ability to love you, right? Excuse me while I have some coffee. And so it's really important, because we've all been conditioned to be victims, right? We go straight into victim mentality. There's something wrong with me. I'm not good enough. They've found someone better. I'm not worthy of their time or their love. How about we scrap that story, right? And we go into, wow, there's something right with me. Yeah? Hi, Karen. There's something right with me. Just that person didn't know how to love me, or that person couldn't love me. And you know what that does? It stops you from spiraling down. It shifts your perspective, right? And this isn't about giving your ego a boost. It's not about that at all. But it's also about having compassion for yourself. The other C word, right? The big C word, having compassion for yourself. And also it may even give you the opportunity to have compassion for the other person. Right? Hey, Sky. So it's like, hang on a minute. Why am I beating myself up because that person doesn't have the ability to show up and connect and communicate, right? And let's say they did connect and communicate, right? Let's say they did. Hey, Belinda, beautiful woman. Let's say they did connect. And they said, you know what? And you were like, you know what? I want more with you. And they're like, I can't do more. I'm sorry. And then you're left feeling rejected, right? The thing with that is, yes, it's probably going to hurt, right? A little bit. But the thing is that you have to understand that you were brave enough. You were brave enough to use your voice, to open your heart, to express who you are, to express what you wanted. And that is powerful, right? That is powerful. And that's what you have to keep doing. And, I keep saying to people, get really good with being rejected. Yeah, because rejection is so much, it's better to feel that little moment of pain, that little blow to the ego, right? It's better to feel that little moment of pain than to regret not opening your heart in that moment and expressing to that person what you wanted with them, and then be left wondering for the rest of your life what could have been, right? Because regret, it stays with us for years. Yeah, it stays with us for years. Hey, Mon, right? It doesn't leave. It's really hard, and I've done this, guilty right here, right? Of looking back in the past and going, oh my God, I should have done that and I should have said this. And I wonder where the relationship would be today if I had said that or I had done that, right? And it's really hard to forgive yourself. It's really hard to forgive yourself and allow the past to sleep, to rest, right? When you keep reliving it. So that's what regret can do. Regret is debilitating. It's toxic to the body, and it can swallow you up into this world of pain, right? Let's just have a look at the comments here. Sylvia's just saying, I can't be bothered. I'm past that, done tons of healing and work. Yeah, well done. Good for you. It is. It's really hard to accept, right? Excuse me. It's really hard to accept that some people don't want us, and you know what? Often, and I really believe this, often it's not that they don't want us. It's just that they don't have the courage to be with us, or they've never met anyone like us before who's so open and honest and vulnerable and full of love, that they don't know what to do with that. They're so used to being in pain, right? Because often people we often attract the people who are the opposite to us, right? We often attract the mirror Right, so when you look in the mirror, you see a reverse reflection of how you look. Let's just talk about the mirror for a second. My favorite topic of all. We see the reverse reflection. Okay, so what does that mean? That means if, let's say I'm full of love and light and I'm open-hearted and I'm, I'm not perfect, believe me, I've got a dark side too, but I've got that under control, right? But in a relationship, yeah, hey Samantha, in a relationship, that's how I am. Yeah, if you meet me and we go on a date, I'm open-hearted, I'm warm, I'm loving, I'm expressive. I'm there, right there, in the moment with you, right? Having a ball, giving it all I have. So the mirror that I attract often is someone who resonates with that, wants to explore that, yeah, but often doesn't have the courage to go deep and be really deep and intimate emotionally, right? Maybe they have the courage to go physically deep and be physically intimate. But the mirror part there is that the emotional connection, right? For me, that's what I feel like I've done so much work on and I'm good at, and I can easily do it like that. But the mirror may not have that, may not be able to do that. And that can be really confronting to someone, right? And it may make them shut down. Yeah. So if someone is not ready to go there and be emotionally open and vulnerable and honest about how they feel and all of that, my ability to do that may make the mirror that's in front of me shut down emotionally. Okay. And then I'm like, and then us, what we do is we're like, but what did I do? What did I do wrong? I must have done something wrong. Maybe they don't like me that much. Now, the fact that that person doesn't have the ability to communicate what's really going on for them makes you go even deeper. Hey, Adam. Hi, Dean. Makes you go even deeper into that victim mentality. Makes you go even more into, what have I done wrong? I'm not good enough. I'm too erratic. I'm too much for them. There's too much fire in my chart. They can't handle me. Right? We go into all these stories. Whereas really, if we shift our perspective, and that's what this whole live is about, right? If we just shift our perspective and come out of victim mentality, we'll see that this is an experience that has come into our reality to show us how amazing we truly are. Yeah? What if every single experience you have with another human being is coming in to show you just how amazing you are? How beautiful you are? How worthy you are? So it's really important to pull yourself out of victim mentality, right? Over and over again. Over and over again, right? Because that is a defense mechanism. You going into victim mentality every time you're rejected, every time someone doesn't know how to open their heart to you, if you're going into victim mentality every time that happens, you're just defending yourself too. Yeah? And so what's really important, hey Kathy, what's really important is that you start to shift your perspectives. And if that's what you do, and I've been guilty of doing it in the past too, until I smashed my mindset, right? And I still smash my mindset every single day because I don't want to be a victim anymore. Yeah? I want to have compassion for myself for first and foremost, and then compassion for others as well. But I can't do that if I'm in victim mentality. Yeah. So I have to continuously, because we're so conditioned by our upbringing and society. And you think about when you were a child and you fell over and you hurt yourself. If you had parents who would run to you and they would pick you up and they're great, that's great. But then they'd be like, oh, you okay? You poor thing. You poor thing. You poor thing. Think about what that does to a child's personality. I'm a poor thing. I'm a poor thing. Yeah. And then society teaches us to be victims. And then we tell our story to someone and they're like, what? They did that to you? That's terrible. I'm so sorry. You poor thing. More victim mentality. Yeah. And it's time that we start rising out of that victim mentality so we can see what's actually really going on. Right? Because it stops us from seeing how amazing we truly are. And you're amazing. And if someone rejects you, like I said, sure, it may hurt in that moment, but it's better than feeling regret later on in life. Okay? Hey, Mitch. Hey, Mon. Hey, Brandy. So look, I hope that this live has helped. You are amazing. You are worthy. You deserve love. Yeah? You deserve compassion. You deserve sweetness. And you know, if you have been rejected in the past, it's not about you. It's about the other person. Just know that, right? Just know that. If you feel this strong, deep connection with someone, you can't do that alone. It's because the other person feels it too. And the sad part is sometimes people just can't meet us there. And that's the sad part. The sad part is because the connection is so deep and people can't meet us there, we can't let go of that. But it's never because you're not good enough. It's never because you're not worthy of their love or their time. And so it's really important to remember that, right? And so please try and see your experiences through a different lens, through a different perspective, because it will empower you. Yeah, it will empower you to keep opening your heart to love. And that's what's really important. So I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you so much thank you, Sky. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. And I'll look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Bye.